at the doctor. So I left her supper, I left her food for her. So if she don't eat it today, she'll eat it in a day or two. I took her some those chicken enchiladas and some of that verde soup. I put some back in the freezer for her because I know she likes it, and I just couldn't get over here to bring it to her. But now she's got something special for Valentine's. And I don't know, I'm hoping she feels well enough to come to the food pantries tomorrow. She may not get out if the weather's too bad. She might not feel like it. But I'm glad she went to the pulmonary doctor today, because he'll be real thorough and check that lung out and make sure she's got what she needs to get well. He won't fool around with it. I really have a lot of faith in him that he really does everything that he can do. Like I said, y'all, he immediately got me on the right inhalers and the right medicine, and it took me about 8 months to get straightened out, and he thought I would have to be on that stuff the rest of my life. And y'all, I took it about a year, and he came in, and I told him I'd been bad, and he said, "What have you done?" And I said, "I'm not taking my medicine." And he said, "Did y'all see that? Pull right out in front of me. I'm glad I was going slow." I said, "I'm not using my inhaler." And he said, "You can't do that." And I said, "Well, it's working so far." I said, "I hadn't used it in about a month." And he said, "You can't do that." And I said, "Well, I don't want to use it unless I need it." And I said, "I know I feel a lot better, and I just want to see if I'll be okay without it." And so I continued not using it. And maybe in 4 years, y'all, I've used my rescue inhaler 2 or 3 times. And that's all I use anymore. I don't use any of the other stuff. And he told my son that I was something else. I don't know what the something else is, but he said I was something else. And he told my son that I was really a strong-willed woman. And my son's like, "Well, when she puts her mind to something." And I told him, the day he diagnosed me, that he had my results from the hospital from the test, I went in his office and he said, "I know you," because I had cut his hair several years, 3 or 4 years. Every 4 weeks I saw him, and he said, "I've been around you long enough to know that you are not going to like what I'm going to say." And I said to him, "I'm going to allow you to say that one time in this room where I'm at. And after that, I don't ever want to hear it again, because I'm going to go home and get my salt lamp and get my oils, and I'm going to pray, and God's going to heal me. And I'm sorry, but I'm about to put you out of business." And the girls in his office just died laughing. And he knew I wasn't playing. We were doing it like a joke, but he knew I meant it. And y'all, I'm blessed, because I quit using that medicine. And one of them, y'all, my lungs are healthy. See, the other doctor had me diagnosed that my lungs were messed up. My lungs are healthy. It's the bronchicles that I have the issue with, from having pneumonia, having asthma when I was young, not being diagnosed, being in the house with everybody smoked in the house. You know, our house just reeked of cigarette smoke. And I didn't even know it until I was in my 20s and had moved out. And I had one aunt that didn't smoke. And every time I went to her house when I was a kid, I would tell her how good her house smelled. Y'all, I was in my 20s doing laundry one day, and it just, my light come on, that her house smelled good because it didn't smell like cigarette smoke. And I was in my 20s before I realized that that's why their house smelled good, because they didn't smoke. And it didn't smell like cigarette smoke, and everybody's house smelled like cigarette smoke. And everybody smoked around the table, sitting in the living room watching TV, in the car, everywhere you went. I mean, you know, you're poisoning your children. I mean, basically, that's what happened to me. He figures, I mean, nobody knows fact, but he figures I had damage, and then I went into being a hairdresser. And then after a year or so of that, became a color specialist and did color all day with a room full of girls doing color. And many times the customers would come in and, you know, go, whoo, boy, it's strong in here today. And, you know, we're in there with it all day and wouldn't even realize. And then I did that all those years, and all those chemicals, you know, I'm not going to say, I'm not claiming it. The Lord's still healing me is what I say. But I can tell you this, I have 2 rescue inhalers, and I keep one in my purse and I keep one in my house, just in case I need it. There's usually, like, I'm going to breathe smoke or something that's going to set me off. So I've learned to avoid that stuff. You know, whatever it is. Aerosol, anything, spray, aerosol, cleaners, that gets me, makes me cough. What happens, y'all, is when I breathe those particles in, they get in my bronchicles, and the mucus just starts coming. And then I cough. If I can't get that coughing stopped, it throws me into an asthma attack. And y'all, if I do that, it takes me a good 3 days to get over it. And I know people think that I'm weird and strange because I avoid so many places, and I just tell them my breathing can't take it. I can't do that. I can't go there. And they think I'm being weird, but y'all, let me tell you, air in your lungs is necessary. It's a necessity. And if you've never had your air cut off, like where you thought you were suffocating, you will not understand. But I have literally been there, and it is scary. It's a scary thing. And so I avoid it. And I was wearing a mask before COVID, and sanitizing my hands and doing everything to not get sick, because when I get sick, it's double hard on me because of the breathing issues. So I don't get sick. I stay well in Jesus' name. He keeps me well. He gives me a brain for me to use and to make wise decisions, to make wise choices. And it's pretty much habit with me, y'all, to not touch my face with my fingers. You might see me rub my face with the top of my arm or take the edge of my shirt or something. But I'm the door opener with the shirt tail or the napkin in my hand. And y'all, I've done that for so long that it's just habit. I'll do that for the rest of my life, which for me is a good habit. I don't even have to think about it. It's just second nature. I've done it so long. But when everybody was struggling to find all the stuff with COVID, I had plenty, and they were asking me, where did you get that? And I'm like, this is stuff that I had before COVID came, because what y'all are learning, what everybody learned during COVID about sanitation, that's what I had already learned several years before because of what I went through. And the pulmonary doctor is the one that helped me with all that, y'all. Oh no, is the street blocked? I do believe it is. And something was going on up there on the highway, and I came down the back way, and now this street's closed. Well, we are going to have to turn and go the other way. So I don't know what they're doing down there. Something in the road. We'll have to take the scenic way around. There's always a way home. I know when I worked on the other side of town, I had to cross a lot of bridges. You would think they would have a sign up here saying that there was going to be a detour down there, y'all. I don't see one sign on this road. And all those people that are going that way are having to do what I did and turn and come back. Now, somebody needs to do something about that. Maybe I need to get out and direct traffic. Anyway, I don't even know what I was saying. Now I'm totally sidetracked. And y'all can't even tell me. Y'all can't even tell me what I was saying. But we're going to take a little scenic route back to the hacienda on Alita Creek. We're going to Alita Creek, Brindley. Yeah, we are. It's time for us to go for our walk. Yeah, Brindley loves to go for our walk. Yeah, it's the time of day when we go for a walk, y'all. Somebody has the music up loud. Are you kidding me that 2 cars went through that light? Did I miscount that before it changed? It was that quick. Be the car behind us. He's getting after it. Y'all hear that? That boom, boom, booming. Yep, see there, I got a line of traffic behind me. It looks like a funeral. All them people went down there and had to U-turn like I did. There was no sign, y'all. No sign. Sorry, we're going to the sun. I wish I could catch a train. I still hadn't caught a train while I'm out videoing yet. Now, Mr. Railroad Man, I don't have a stop sign. I used to catch a train every time I would come to town. And I've been wanting to video the train. Y'all, I'm sorry I'm going towards the sun. That's probably going to be looking bad in the video. Probably going to be looking bad. We are turning on North Sanders Street. There's a school down to the right. So I surely don't want to go that way because it'll be a bunch of school traffic. And it's still a bunch of traffic anyway. But this is kind of the back way. Kind of the back way home. you're watching, we're fixing to turn on Flora. You and Nancy Jean. This is y'all's old stomping grounds back in the day. Flora Street. Y'all, I'm ready to get home. I'm kind of tired. I've been busy all day. Riding is making me sleepy, I think. But I gotta go home and walk first. Me and Brinley's gotta get our little walk in. And then by that time, it'll be time to get the eggs and put the chickens up. Then we can get some rest. There's our Skaterama. That thing has been there, y'all, since I can remember. They have never closed it or tore it down. I never was a skater, but my sister was. She could dance on them skates and everything. And could last time she went, which hadn't been that long ago. Y'all, I need 3 pair of skates. One for my feet, one for my hips, and one for the back of my head, probably. If I got on there and tried to skate. Her and her friends tried to help me so many times, and they would just be holding me. Y'all, I just couldn't do it. It just wasn't my thing. I think I was so scared I was going to fall. I couldn't get over the fear. And I just never learned how, like how people do when they get on there and their feet just go back and forth, back and forth. Well, that's how I did, y'all. I never could get control of those rollers, of those wheels on those skates. I know that was a sight to see. I hadn't thought about that in years, but yeah, her and her friends that were there, they'd say, "We'll help you, we'll help you." Oh my God, that video, if I had it, would go viral. I have thought of so many videos since I've started doing this YouTube, that if I had those videos back, they would probably get a lot of views right now. But that's okay. I made videos for years, just never, I don't know, I thought about doing YouTube, but it wasn't time. It's time now, y'all. It just wasn't time then. But we are fixing to be back to the house, and I'm gonna get off here and go for a little walk with my Brindley girl and enjoy that time. I love walking this time of year, y'all. The weather's so pleasant, and it has been a beautiful day today. Every time I've been out, it's just made me happy. And y'all are loved, and y'all be blessed, and don't forget to say your prayers.